Welcome to your Spirit Guided Life, where we talk all things spirit guides, from how you can connect with them to how they can then help you discover your intuitive gifts, live your purpose, unlock success in your personal and professional life, and create the change you want to see in the world. Because that is what it means to live a spirit guided life. Today, I want to talk to you about the 4 dangers of working with spirit guides. Some people don't believe there are risks involved when connecting with the spirit world. They either never considered the question because to them it's all love and light, or they think there are no negative entities residing there. I don't necessarily agree. Even though I have never dealt with negative consequences from embarking on my spiritual journey, I have observed it in others and heard too many accounts that I cannot dismiss. Almost every single culture and spiritual tradition has standard procedures to protect people from the negative effects of spirit communication. There is a reason for that. I don't mean to scare you, but like with everything in life, there are risks. However, the better you prepare, the less likely you run into any problems. So let's address the 4 issues that might show up when you attempt to connect with your spirit guides. Yes, there is the real but very unlikely possibility of running into an entity that does not have your best interests at heart. But in reality, the bigger danger is your own ego, which, if unchecked, might cause harm to yourself and/or others. Knowledge is power and can prevent 99% of the dangers involved, so listen carefully. Danger number 1, evil spirits. Do they even exist? Depending on your personal spiritual tradition or cultural heritage, the answer will be different. My stance is that, just like among humans, there are friendly spirits and not so friendly spirits. Even if I would not classify the vast majority of the latter as evil, in the sense that their sole motivation is to harm you, they might have a different agenda than you and not care about your well-being. This means to assume that all spirits have your best interest at heart is, in my opinion, not correct. In our physical reality, we don't go hang out in bad neighborhoods to make new friends, and don't invite random strangers into our house. The same rules apply when working with the spirit world. You want to use discernment and build trust. Take things slow. Don't rush into a relationship with a potential spirit guide. Get to know them first. That being said, please note that there is a difference between random spirits and spirit guides. Not all spirits are benevolent and here to help you. But, per definition, all spirit guides are. Remember my definition of spirit guides? Only those from the higher realms who are connected to us in unconditional love can become our guides. I talk about to make sure no unwanted visitors come along for the ride in my book, The 7 Types of Spirit Guide. So check that out if you want to learn more. For now, let's move on to danger number 2, the guru complex. Another challenge you might encounter on your spirit guide journey is ego inflation, which sometimes manifests as a guru complex. In severe cases, someone might think they are the actual second coming of Christ or another religious figure, here to save the world. They are convinced they are the best thing that ever happened to humanity and expect everyone around them to bow down and worship them. We have all heard of the cult leaders who abuse their followers on an emotional, mental, and sexual level. They often legitimize their actions by claiming they are following the directions of a spirit guide. In reality, it is just their ego that leads them astray. In less severe cases, we just feel more evolved than others and judge them for not being as spiritual as us. To avoid this danger, always stay humble and realize that yes, you are special and unique, but so is everyone else. Your guides would never encourage you to put yourself above others. Danger number 3, cultural appropriation. Besides physical and intellectual property, there's also spiritual property. Since we all know it's not okay to steal someone else's car or song lyrics, we should also realize that stealing someone's spiritual heritage is equally unjust. It's okay to get inspired by others, but copying the spiritual knowledge they have gained over hundreds or even thousands of years will not serve you. First, there is the very real possibility that people suffered and died to protect their cultural heritage during times of colonization and occupation. So let's not repeat the mistakes the colonizers made by just taking what we want and not respecting their ownership. Second, their practices won't work for you because without the cultural understanding, they lose their meaning. Here's what to do instead. Try to understand why, for example, a certain culture offers corned beer to their spirit guides, and then find a local alternative, or find a practice from your own culture that yields the same results. Also, consider giving back to your teachers, even if you don't know them in real life and only read about their practices in a book or on the internet. If their knowledge helps you, consider donating to a cause that supports them or their community in exchange. Great initiatives you can support are organizations like Survival International, Cultural Survival, and Amazon Conservation Team, who all work with the indigenous communities to help conserve their cultures and the local environment. Now, the last danger of working with spirit guides is danger number 4, spiritual bypassing. Using spirituality to avoid your emotional and psychological issues is another risk you could face. Please remember, it's not them who are making you do this. It's your ego that uses them as an excuse to bypass reality. If you find yourself spending too much time in spiritual retreats and too much money on courses and workshops without seeing any actual improvements to your life, stop and examine why. Are you running away from certain problems in your daily life? Another way spiritual bypassing shows up is if you suppress unpleasant emotions in the name of a spiritual ideal. Life is hard, and it can seem easier to close your eyes to the harsh truth. Any spiritual behavior that shields you from unresolved issues is unhealthy. Examine the motivations behind it and, if necessary, get help from a therapist. If you want to learn more about how to connect and communicate with your spirit guides so they can help you discover your intuitive gifts, live your purpose, unlock success in your personal and professional life, and create the change you want to see in the world, then read my award-winning book, The 7 Types of Spirit Guide. It was published by Hay House, and it will tell you which of the 7 types of spirit guide you have and show you how to connect and communicate with them. It's available as ebook, paper book, and audiobook on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Booktopia, Indigo, Waterstones, Hive, and anywhere else books are sold around the world. It's also available in Italian, French, Mandarin, and Lithuanian.